Right, this is how I do an egg fried rice. So these are the ingredients I've got. I've got 3 large eggs, I've got 1 onion, clove of garlic, I've got some rice which was cooked previously and it's sort of cold and leftovers rice. It's best to use that rather than make boiled rice because you need it to be cold to add to make an egg fried rice. Salt and pepper. I've got some frozen peas, about 3/4 of a cup. And then I've got some cumin seeds, or you can use ground cumin. And I've got some coriander leaf, or fresh coriander you can use. So those are the ingredients. You can, to be honest, you can add whatever else you like. You could, if you fancy chili, you could chop some chili into it. But I tend to, with the egg, it goes quite nice with the cumin and coriander. And so that's why, roughly, that's what I use to make my egg fried rice. Right, so that's the onion. The garlic's crushed, onions chopped up, the eggs have been lightly beaten. In terms of the onions, I tend to cut them into, for this one, into little crescents because they break when we cook them first and slowly, and they break down nice and caramelize. So that's why I cut them like that rather than too finely. Right, cooking a fried rice. I'd normally cook egg fried rice in a wok, but we've ordered some new pans, and before they've arrived, Claire's, it's include a wok, before they've arrived, Claire's thrown the wok out, so I'm going to have to use this big pan instead, but it's still fine, it's still easy enough. So first bit is stick it on for some heat, and then let's get the onions done. We're going to cook the onions and then set them aside before we do everything else. And it's often best to do onions for a while. So I'm going to do them for probably about 20 to 30 minutes. So, pan there, touch of vegetable oil, and then I'm going to get some butter. The reason you put the oil in is that it stops the butter from burning. There we go, reasonable amount of butter in there. Right, we'll just pop the onions in. I'm making enough for about 2 people. A little bit of salt as well because it helps them break it down. And then just swirl them about a bit. Coat them in the butter. And then just keep moving them around every so often. For about, I've got the heat, it's about medium heat. So keep doing that every few minutes or so, and while until they brown and caramelise. Now these have been cooking now over a medium to high, well not too high because I don't want to burn, medium heat now for about 20 minutes. So just before I take them out, I'm going to pop the crushed garlic in and just move that around for about a minute so that you can smell the aromas. Don't want too much because you don't want to burn it. In fact, I'll just turn the heat off now and let that cook out for a couple of minutes before I empty it into a dish, and then it's ready for doing the fried rice properly, doing the eggs. Right, we're now ready to cook the fried rice. So I've got the pan I use for the onions, and I've got the onions here I set aside. So I whopped it up to a high heat, and I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons worth of vegetable oil or sunflower oil in the pan to heat up. Right, I've let the oil heat up for a few minutes, and the first thing I'm going to pop in is the eggs. Right, it's basically just allow it to firm up and then fold it on itself once it has. Here we go, it's starting to firm up a bit. Keep the high heat. So I normally do this in a wok, and I have to be corrected. My wife hasn't thrown the wok out. Apparently I threw it out a few weeks ago because the handle's fallen off, or that's what I've been told. So the new wok is on its way, but again, if you can use a big flat bottom thing like this, it's just with a wok you can normally get more intense heat, but it'll do. Right, if you look now, that egg's quite nice. So if we add the onions back, and I'm going to add the cumin seeds, and I'm just going to give them a couple of minutes to warm up, because what will happen with the cumin seeds is that they'll give it a good fragrance off, and be quite nice. I'm not breaking the egg up too much because it's nice to have big chunks of egg in an egg fried rice, or I found it is. Right, the cool rice, if I'm adding that now, just pop it in. If everything's prepared, this is quite a quick dish to make. And just move it round, mix it up. I normally knock the temperature down to about medium now, because otherwise the rice will start to stick. Now, it's okay to get a bit of that, but so if I chuck now the peas in and the coriander leaf, and we shall get some good pinch of salt and pepper. Right, stir all that together. Now, all you're really doing now is letting the heat cook the peas and mix it all together. Just taste it, see what it's like. And then you can adjust your seasoning. So another pinch of salt, I think. But season to how you like it.